Hello, good morning, everybody. My name is Diana. Happy Friday, all of you. I'm going to be with you in today's webinar, okay? Let's wait for a bit, just 1 minute to see if anybody else will enter the meeting. Okay. Okay. I believe that you can see my screen now, correct? I don't know if anybody can tell me through the chat. Remember, on today's webinar, whenever you want to ask any questions or want me to repeat something, you have the chat window there that I can see. You can also make questions through the Q&A part of the meeting, okay? Let me know if you can see my screen, please, so we can start. I believe that at the moment no one else will enter. Can you? Yes, I can. Okay, thank you very much. Excellent. I just having a little bit trouble there. Okay, so today's webinar is going to be about the searches, okay? How can you do like most type of searches on the system? As soon as you log in into your account, the system will take you right here to your control panel. The first thing that you need to check if you have maybe your defaults already selected. That is a tool that it will allow you the map on any searches, okay, that you do in your subproducts or your main product. The map will locate in that specific state and county, okay? So you don't have, that will be like your default county whenever you enter. In my case, I have selected right here in my defaults, Florida and Broward. If you haven't, please do. It is easier that way to locate the map and not wait like a minute there when you do your searches. But if you don't want to, then just leave it on any state and any county. But then remember, as soon as you enter, in my case, I have Professional Dialer. That is my main product. So as soon as you enter here, the system will take you right here to your search tab. And the state and the county will locate. Also, the map will locate in that specific part, okay? Now, let's start with all the filters that you can select to start narrowing or selecting your search parameters, okay? At the top right here, you have all the parameters that are considered general. On location, you need to write down either one specific address or one area, or maybe one folio number if you want to look for only that specific property. Of course, you need to select the state and the county where that property is located. And that way you can just click on search right here at the top, okay? Remember, everything that you have at the top, those are going to be your icons for actions, okay? And everything that you have on your left is, those are the tabs for access in the system. Now, if you want, you can just write down with one specific address and that's it. The system will take you to the results for that address. But if you want to find several properties, okay, you just need to use the rest of the filters. You can use the filter for city. You can leave it on exact if it's one city only. For example, in Broward, if you want to go to Hollywood, okay, you just write down the name of the city and leave it on exact. Or maybe if it's like a full name, just use contains and that word. But if you want to use several cities at the same time, remember that you need to change these filters right here and select multiple contains, okay? And then write down all the cities, for example, for Lauderdale, write down all the cities and only separate them with commas, okay, without any spaces between. And again, use multiple contains. No matter how many cities you write down, the system will read them all, and that will narrow the search for the cities. The same is for the zip codes. If you want to use only one zip code, then just select it and leave it on exact. But if you want to use several zip codes, just write down all the zip codes that you need to, Again, separate them with commas without any spaces between, and use the filter that it says multiple contains. How many zip codes you write here, separate them with commas, the system will only concentrate your results in that specific area, okay? If you need to delete anything that you have selected in your parameters, just go right here, okay? And just click on any of these X, and that's it. The system will eliminate the parameters selected, okay? Now, we have the filter for data. That is what you need to select if you want to narrow your search for any kind of these types. On public records, we have everything and anything that had been registered, okay? Then you can just narrow for properties that are only for sale, listed, okay, with an agent, properties that are for rent, or properties that are for sale by owner. Or you can also select only the properties that are in a foreclosure status, okay? Or properties that have original mortgage information. That will be up to you. Whatever data you decide to use, whenever you use them, for example, you will see that the filters will change right here below this dotted line right here. If I go to for sale, now this will open, okay? If I go to foreclosure, the filter will locate right here. These that are right here, these squares, it will give you more specific type of filters so you can narrow your search a little bit more if you want to be very specific, okay? Let's leave it for now on public records. Now the type. You can select type of property, single family, condo, towns and villas, multifamily with plus or minus 10 units, commercial, vacant lands, mobile homes, and others. You can also select the specific type of foreclosure that you want these properties to have. If you want to have to search for only pre-foreclosed type of properties, select right here, pre-foreclosed. Or if you want to be to have in your results foreclosed already, or any or neither. If you leave it on any, the system will bring all the types, okay? Now, probates. If you want to search for properties that are considered probates, just go to the filters and select yes, and that's it. All the results that you have there are properties that are probates. If you don't want them to be probates, then select no. If you leave it on all, the system will bring everything, probates and no probates. The same is with the life estate filter. If you want properties considered to be on a life estate, yes or no. And this filter right here, the vacant filter, is only a filter that you are going to see if you have professional dialer, again, professional dialer as your main product. That will allow you to find properties that are considered vacant or abandoned, okay? If you want to have this filter, remember that if you don't have professional dialer, you can always contact us and upgrade your account so you can start using the filter and find those type of properties, okay? Now, these are all the filters for the general, okay? Any questions so far? Let me know, let me check here your chat. Again, remember, you have a Q&A part of the system where you can ask questions or go to the chat and just say, can you please repeat or whatever you need to, and I will do it. Excellent, no questions so far. Okay, now, below the dotted line, you will see again these squares that I told you. That is depending on the data that you select. But you can also use them combined, okay? You can select anything from public records and at the same time select something for sale or for rent, for sale by owner, foreclosure, mortgage, probate. And if you are an agent, you will see this tab right here that it says expire, okay? And that will allow you to also look for properties that are considered expired, okay? Maybe using the filters right here. So let's start. On the public records filters, the specific ones, you will find properties. You can use the filters like the general features of a property. Number of bedrooms, number of bathrooms. You can also look for a specific property if you have the folio number or several properties with those folios numbers, okay? Remember, you just need, again, to write them down, all of them, separate them with commas without any spaces between, and use multiple contains. That is only if they are several properties. But if it's only one, just leave it on exact. Again, you can use the filter for address. You can also use the filter for gross area or living area. If you want to narrow your searches by those filters, you can use, for example, I want the living area to be maybe equal or less than, let's say, this amount, okay, of a square footage. That is the amount that you are going to use. Whenever you write the amounts, don't use commas or anything like that, because the system just calculate that quantity exactly like it should be, okay? You can also use the filter for load size, the legal description, a sold price if you're interested, or maybe a sold date. This is a filter that is considered to be like a favorite, because if you want to narrow maybe for all properties, okay, if you're interested maybe entire landlords, you can use maybe properties that haven't been sold in the past, I don't know, years, if you want to. Let's say that I want to see all the properties that haven't been sold since 2017, okay? I'm going to select January 1st, 2016, sorry. And that's it. All the properties are going to be with a sold date that is less than this date, okay? Less is what you consider like before, and greater, it will be like you consider since that day until now. If you are going to use the filters for date, or for greater or less, okay? Again, let me remove this. Now, if you select, for example, only the data that is public records, and you don't want properties that are on market, you want only properties that are off market, then you can use this filter right here that it says for sale. You can select properties that are for sale no, or if you want them to be also for sale yes, just select it. Or if you want properties that have never been for sale, you can use this filter. If you want a property to have contact information for the agent, okay, if the property is with an agent, yes or no, just select it right here. You can also select a year view if you want to. Maybe select again properties that have a year bill that is equal or less, let's say 2017 this time, okay? So the system will narrow for that. You can also use this filter that is market value. You can select the market value for your properties. Let's say that I want to see in Broward, okay, all the properties that have a market value maybe equal or greater than this amount right here. I don't want to see properties that have less than this amount for market value. Whatever is the quantity or the amount that you want to write down here, just leave it like this and use the filter, okay? You can also consider to use the between. So you will have a minimum and a maximum for a market value, okay? You can go from 100,000 to 600,000, okay? The between filter is also there, and it will allow you to have properties with a minimum and maximum for market value. Let me remove this. You can also use the market media. This is the value for every square footage of a property that you can also select a minimum or a maximum. You can use as well the filter for debt to equity. Let me explain you how it works. If you want to know how we calculate on REIFax the debt to equity, here if you click on the question mark, you will see the formula, okay? Appear right there, so you will know how we use it. So this is based on the total debt of the property, the known debt, and the market value. If you want to find properties that are free and clear, that they don't have any kind of debts, then you just need to use the filter equal 100, okay? And that's it. All the properties that you are going to get are properties that are free and clear. They don't have any kind of debts. But if you want to have property with some debts, okay, you can use maybe equal or greater and say, for example, 20%, okay? So all the properties that have considered to be with some kind of debts, since 20% or up to 100, they are going to appear on your results. But now, if you want them to be like completely upside down properties, like underwater, the known depth is bigger than what the property is value for, then you need to use a negative amount, okay? And maybe say select something like equal or less and negative 40. So those properties, okay, are going to have a lot of depths, and the depth is going to be bigger than what the property is value for. Any question about this? This is a popular kind of filter that a lot of you just ask about how it works. Okay, no questions so far. Okay, and again, if you have professional dialer and you can use the filter for vacant, okay, remember if you select yes, you can also use the filter right here at the bottom that it says vacant date, since why the property is considered to be vacant. If you want properties to be vacant, I don't know, since 3 years or 2 years ago, just use the filters, okay, again, and select the date with the calendar, and that's it. Let me remove this so I don't select filters that contradict each other. You can also find properties that have a tax delinquency information, properties that have debts on taxes. If you want, for example, to find properties that have debts on taxes, including maybe 2016 or 2017 or more years ago, okay, you can use the filters and say, for example, I'm going to select all the properties that have debts on taxes that include 2014, and that will bring, since this year, 14, 15, 16, 18, and that's it, because 19 hasn't finished yet, okay? And just use the filter. Or if you want, also, you can use the filter for amount and select maybe 1,000. I want all my properties that have debts on taxes, equal or greater, that have a debt on taxes bigger than $1,000. Just use the filter and that will narrow the search. You can also select owner information for your searches. If you have the owner's name or the owner's address or any particular information, use the filters to try to find the property or the properties that that owner have. Or if you don't, you can just use the filter if you want the properties to be owner occupied, yes or no, okay? This doesn't mean that the property is vacant. It's only meaning that the owner live or doesn't live there. The property could records, billing value, land value, asset value, tax value, the homestead, and the known debt, and also the value for every square footage of the property. But if you want to use these filters, okay, if you want to narrow your search like that, just select maybe equal or greater, or equal or less, or between. Try not to be too exact, because then the filters will narrow the search too much and you might find 0 results, okay? Let me remove this. But if you're interested not only in the filter for the known debt that we review, okay? If you want to see only a specific amount for the debt of the property, remember that the known debt is based on the mortgage liens. So let's say that I want my properties to have a debt maybe bigger than this amount. I'm not interested in any other debts, okay? You can select that. Or if you want like a maximum, say equal or less, and maybe you're interested in properties that have a debt that is no bigger than this amount, okay? On others, right here at the end, you can use the filters to select properties that have pool, yes or no, waterfront, yes or no, the range, township, maybe the number of stories or units. You can also select air conditioner if you want to. Select a specific zoning type. Remember that depending on the areas, properties could be maybe in a zone that is residential or considered to be residential, commercial, okay? If you have that specific code, you can use it. Or if you want to see all the residential ones, we know that I start only with an R, okay? So select, instead of exact, maybe contains, okay? R, and all the properties that are in an R type of zone that is considered residential, that is how the code starts, okay, it will be there. Or you can also select a specific subdivision. If you know the name of the subdivision or the code, sometimes it comes with numbers, just write here exactly what the code or the name of the subdivision is and use, I suggest you to use instead of exact, contains, okay? In case of any error or any letter that is there missing. So these are all the filters about public records type of properties, okay? Any question about this? Let me check again the chat. Remember, you can ask any questions if you need to through the chat or to the Q&A part of the system. Okay. If you select data that is for sale, okay, the filters for sale are going to be right here. But again, if you don't see them, just go right here and select the filters. I'm going to explain the filters for sale and the for rent and the for sale by owner. They are very similar, okay? There are no like a lot of different any of these. The for sale ones are more complete. Why? Remember that if you are an agent or if you have given us your license number or maybe your partner license number, we can have some features that are only for agents to see more information, maybe the way that you will see it on MLS. We don't have access to the MLS, we don't get our data from there, okay? But we have several or different data sources. And you can use the filters for a listing number if you have it and you want to locate one specific property. With that information, you just use the filter. Again, you can select the general features for a property: bedrooms, bathrooms, gross area, half bathrooms, waterfront, or pool. You can also select the year bill. You can also select a listing price. If you want to narrow your search, maybe you are investing, okay? And you don't want to invest in properties that are asking maybe more than this amount. This is something that you just go here and select and put your maximum. Or again, you can use the between and select maybe a minimum, okay? I only want to focus my searches in this type of properties, okay? That are listed or that are asking $100,000 or 600,000, okay? You can also select filter using the listing date or maybe the days on the market. If you want, for example, properties that have been on the market, let's say less than 30 days, okay? Properties that are maybe new, or 10 days or 5 days, whatever days you decide to use here. Or you want properties that have maybe more than, I don't know, 50 days on the market. Whatever filter that you want to use, again, the between, you can also use it right here. The entry day is about when the property was entered in REIFax, okay? We update our data every single day. Most, especially for Broward, Miami-Dade, and Palm Beach. Those 3 counties are considered to be more active on real estate on Florida, okay? But we update the data every day. So for sale properties, if a property was listed, let's say yesterday, and the process is there complete, we will have it the next day maximum. Now, the remarks right here, this is a filter that it will appear if you are an agent, okay? You will see it. You can try to find properties with a specific kind of keywords about the remarks that the agents that have listed these properties have registered, okay? So let's say that you want properties that are considered to need or to have repairs, okay? Or maybe no repairs or TLC. Whatever is the keyword that you want to use, again, you can just use them all, separate them with commas without any spaces, and use multiple contains. But if it's only one word, just leave it on exact, and that's it. Sorry. You can also select a financial status for these properties that are for sale, properties that are REOs or short sales, or neither or any other financial status that had been registered, okay? If you want or if you need to, you can select an HOA feed, Again, just type down the amount and the use the filter for equal or greater, equal or less, or equal if you need to. Now, this filter right here at the bottom, okay, the potential equity. This is a good filter that you can use or select if you want to find great deals. For example, if I use the filter like this, equal or greater, let's say 10%, all these properties will be with 10% or more market value than the listing price. So the properties value for more money than what they are asking for. So that is considered a good deal. How do you know what our agent number has been? Agent number, that is about the listing number of the property. We have, as I told you, different data sources, okay? And we have on the system properties that are for sale with a listing price. For example, let me run this search really quick. Broward, properties that are for sale in Florida with a potential equity that is considered maybe a good deal. Maybe let's select single family types. I just click on search right here at the top, okay, remember? And that will take to my results. And I can see right here, okay, in my results, in my default template, this column right here are the listing numbers for this property, see? So whatever is the number that the property has been registered with that particular listing number, I will have them. And as I told you, with the potential equity that is right here, this is the formula. As soon as you move your cursor there, the system will tell you the formula that we use to calculate that percentage. These are considered good deals, okay? Properties that are listed with more than 10%. How you will know? Right here. The listing price is this amount, and this is the market value. So see, this property, it is listed for less amount than what the property is valued for based on our default comparables, okay? I don't know if that answered your question. Jack, let me know if that is the number that you were referring to. So those are considered properties that are listed with a listing number, okay? That's how you can find them. Was that your question, Jack? Let me know, please. Let me move on again. Go back here to the results, okay? Okay. I will be waiting for your answer, Jack, in case that didn't answer your question correctly, okay? Okay. Now, let me move on. Again, the features for properties that are for rent, you will also have them here. The listing price, it will be about the rent price that these properties are valued for. The rest of the filters are very similar. Properties that are for sale by owner, remember that you just need to select on data that specific type of property that will filter only those properties. And then you can use the filters right here at the bottom, okay? If you want to narrow those properties that are only being for sale with an owner, not with an agent, using number again, the general features again. Number of bedrooms, bathrooms, gross area, pool, waterfront, listing date, listing price, days on the market, remarks, or entry date. Now, if you want to find properties that are foreclosure, okay, or in a foreclosure status, you're welcome, Jack, or in a foreclosure status, okay, you just need to select again, maybe that specific case of foreclosure. Let's say that you are now interested in pre-foreclosed type of properties, okay? Then I suggest you, because we have data here since years ago, okay? Like all the time kind of data registered. You can select the most recent cases for pre-foreclosed type of properties. How you can do that? Using the filter that is for file date, okay? Right here, you can use, let's say that you are only interested in all the pre-foreclosed properties from this year. So I'm going to use equal or greater, and with the calendar, I'm going back to January, okay? Oops, sorry. January 1st. And that's it. Now with my file date, okay, I'm going to see only the pre-foreclosed cases, okay, that are from 2019 only. So you can use this filter, okay? This is when the lease pendants became public, to try to find those cases of pre-foreclosed. If you want them to be maybe 3 months until now, or again, select between to have a minimum date and a maximum date, okay? You can also try to find specific cases of foreclosure with the case number, the holder, okay, the plaintiff, or the mortgage, even the mortgage date if you have it, or if the property has been sold, yes or no. If you have the attorney information, you can use the filter for attorney. But if you want also to find properties that are going to be auctioned soon, okay, the final judgment is going to be soon, remember that you can use this filter right here, and this will be a date on the future, okay? Let's say that you want to see all the properties that are going to be auctioned, let's say since next Monday, okay, until the end of the month, okay? So right here, an auction date since 7, that is Monday, until the 31st, okay? That is how you can find properties that are going to be auctioned as well with the system. Or if you want to also narrow your search with an amount for properties that are going to be auctioned, use this filter right here. Any questions so far about the foreclosure filters? Please let me know. Check also the Q&A. Okay. Jim, you have your hands raised. You want me to repeat something, to stop? Am I going too fast? Let me know, please. If you want, I can repeat something. Just chat with me right on the chat window, and let me know if you want me to repeat any kind of filters, okay? You type the question. Sorry, I didn't see it, Jim. I didn't see your question. Can you type it down again, please? So sorry, I missed it. And I don't see it on the chat. Only Jack's question is the one. Our real estate agent number doesn't look like it was added. Oh, your real estate agent. Okay, just let me know, Jack, your number. You can just type it down right here, your license number. And as soon as I finish the webinar, I will add your features in your account, okay? I will add the features for you as an agent. You're welcome. Okay, I don't know if you are with Jim and that was the question that he's telling me that he typed. Let me know. Okay, if anybody of you are agents, okay, just let me know your license number. You can chat with me and just leave your license number there. And as soon as I finish this webinar, I will check that and upgrade those features in your account. Okay, you're welcome. Let me know if you need anything else, okay? Okay. Okay, I have your question, Jim. Under financial, how do you get pre-foreclosed but filter out foreclosures with yourself? Okay, you can do that. Let me remove these filters right here. Let me clear everything. For example, if you want properties to be for sale, just select on data for sale. If you also want them to be pre-foreclosed properties, select pre-foreclosed. And then under the filters for for sale, go down onto financial, okay? Sorry, I just missed something right here. 1 second, let me remove this again. Okay, this is about my computer. Let me refresh really quick my system. I believe that my connection just broke for a second. So I missed one of the filters there. Let's wait for this to load really quick. Come on, okay. This is about my internet connection, so sorry. It just broke there for a second. Okay, so you can select properties that are, again, for sale, properties that are pre-foreclosed, okay? Remember that the filter for sale, okay, and financial, it will be here at the bottom. So you can just select short sales, okay, and select as well pre-foreclosed type of properties. So this is how you can select them all, okay? Remember, if you use a lot of filters, you are going to narrow the search too much, and maybe you don't find as many results as you might expect, okay? Now, you will see all the parameters selected right here. Properties that are for sale, pre-foreclosed, that are considered to be short sale also. And you can select for a pre-foreclosed status, maybe the recent cases as well. You can go back from January, okay? And have all the pre-foreclosed properties that are considered to be in a lease pendants still from this year. Let me know, Jim, if that was your question, that you wanted to select financial, pre-foreclosed, and short sale. Was that your question? That is how you can use the filters and try to find those properties. I want to filter out, oh, you want to filter out short sales. Then just select right here on, well, I don't believe that you can select only like all the rest of the filters and leave out short sales. You can leave it on all, and then in your results, okay, create a template that it will tell you which are the financial status for everyone. And that way you don't select any of the short sales one. I suggest you that you can also use maybe the ones that are considered to be REOs, okay? There are properties that are foreclosed instead, and that's how you are not going to get any short sales type of properties. But there is not a way that you can just leave out that specific type of financial status, sorry. Let me know if that answers your question so I can move on, okay? Thank you, Jean. You're welcome. Okay, now, if you want also have properties in your results with a mortgage information, again, you can leave this, okay, for sale, for rent, whatever is the data that you use, or just select mortgage, okay? And then under the filter for mortgage, select an amount. Let's say that you are interested in properties that have mortgage, okay? This is the original information. We don't have the mortgage liens. So we cannot tell you if the properties have already paid these mortgages, okay? But you can try to find maybe with the years and also the known debt that is based on the actual debt of the property based on the mortgage liens. You can find out that those type of properties. But you can use the filters nevertheless. Amount, record date, buyers, if you know their information, the second buyer, the borrower, the lender, the grantor, or right here at the bottom, the document detail and type if you have that information. Remember that these are specific filters. It will take you to only one or a few properties only. And moving on, if you want to have property that are considered probates, remember you just need to select probate yes at the bottom of your screen. So whenever you have it here, then you can use the filters for probates if you want to be specific. Maybe you want to narrow those filters with the ID notice. If you have the ID notice, just type it down right here and use exact or maybe contains, and that will take you to that case for probate. Or if you want to use the file or the division, or again, I suggest you to use the published date, because again, we have probates in the system since years ago. Those cases might be already closed. So you can use and try to find maybe the recent cases for probate. You can use, again, equal or greater is a good filter, and go back. Let's say I want to see all the probates since August 1st until right now, okay? And the system will bring to you those searches, okay, those results as soon as you click on search. You can also use the filter for disease. If you know the deceased person's name, that will be the owner, in the case that the property is with the estate of the owner's name, okay? You can use that filter. For example, if the person, let's say his name is John, okay? very general. Oops, John. If you only know the first name, then use contains. All the properties that have a John as the deceased person for the probate, they will appear. But you can also use the filter for the representative. If you have that information, the name, okay, or the address, or maybe the attorney, okay, you can also use the filter. Any question, guys, so far about this? Okay, I got your number, Jack, thank you. I will upgrade your account to have those filters there. Okay, so that's how you can use the filter for probates. And if you are an agent, you will see right here at the last tab is the expired type of properties. You can use the filters to find properties that are considered expired. Okay, you just need to use yes, expiration date if you want, days on the market, or maybe the agent if you have the listing agent name or the broker or the price or the date. Okay, those are all the filters that you are going to find in your main product on REFX. Okay, let me clear this. Now, any questions so far before I move here to the top, manage search and the map as well? Let me know if you want me to repeat something else. No? Okay, excellent. Now, if you are an agent as well, you will also have this report right here at the top. It comes along only with those type of users that have let us know their license number so we can have these features in your accounts, okay? The rest of you will see this report, the sub name, the X-ray report, and the discount report. If you want to know a little bit more about our reports on the system, remember we have webinars specific about those, but let me just show you how you can use them. And also the map. Whenever you have selected your parameters, okay, let's say again, let's run this search. I'm going to select properties that are for sale, single family, properties that are pre-foreclosed, okay, and I'm going to select a listing price that is, I'm interested only in properties with this amount, or actually less than this amount for listing price. And if you want to concentrate your searches in a specific area, you can use the map. You can zoom in, okay, with your mouse, okay, or using the plus and the plus sign right here, or the minus sign if you need to. And then on the map, draw any kind of shape. You can use the rectangle, okay, and that's it. Select your area, or use the circle, okay, whatever is the area that you want. Or if you want to select your own area, okay, use the polygon. And then, for example, I'm going to concentrate here. So I just click around and select the area that I want to concentrate my searches, okay? That's it. As soon as you drew the area, all your results are going to be inside this blue area right here. Again, you can zoom in as close as you need to, far as you want. You can, if you want, if you don't see it big in your computer, you should have at the top an icon that says map view, and it will open the map in case that you don't see the map on your right side, okay? Or you can just full in your full screen on the map if you want, okay? You can also change that map to a satellite view instead of the map view only, and that's it, okay? Let me go back. So that's how you can use the map as well. If you want to delete something, just use the eraser, okay? And that will clear the search right here. You can also try to drag the peg map inside to be very close in a specific area. You will need to select an area on the map to use the reports right here at the top in your search tab. Let's say that I want to see the X-ray report in this particular area, okay? So the X-ray report, for example, will bring a comparison between this subject area right here versus the whole county. You just need to click on X-ray, select the type of properties that you want to be interested in that specific report, and click on apply. The system will open the report for you. You will have the information there. Remember, the X-ray report is a cool one because it will give you the full information in those areas. Green is the subject area, and blue will be the county. It will give you all the properties, quantities, okay, and percentage of all of them. Distressed property, how many there are in those areas. Pre-foreclosed, foreclosed, upside down or in foreclosure, active for sale, owner-occupied, and not owner-occupied. And if you scroll down, okay, you will see all the graphics, and for all of the ones that I just mentioned, again, the specific, but at the end, you will see these particularly graphics, okay? It is the average sold prices in the past 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and 12 months. So you will know how the market is doing, okay, in the past, in this period of times. How many, if it's going up, if it's going down, okay? And also a median sold prices as well, okay? In this case, apparently this area should be like a little bit stable, okay? Well, actually the subject area, the one that is green, is going right here on the median, but right here, the average is going a little bit up, okay? Any question, guys, about this particular or how you can use them, the reports? Remember, you just need to select an area on the map so you can locate any report that you want. The subname is about the subdivisions. The absorption rate is also giving you a comparison between the subject area selected and the whole county. And the discount report is about the pre-foreclosed properties. We have several reports, okay, webinars, past webinars, and tutorial videos about the reports that you can check out in our YouTube channel. Any question, guys, about this? No, okay. You can also use the Find GPS location, okay? If you just click on it, the browser or your system, it will ask you to allow, okay, your location on the map, and that way the system will find properties that are near you, okay? Half of a mile away from you, okay? Or you can select actually the distance whenever you do that. If I do myself, it won't work because I'm not located on United States. I work from abroad, but you can use them, and that way you can find properties that are close to your location, okay? Now, the last filter, the last tool that we have here is the managed search. On your managed search, you have already some searches saved, okay? You can save all these parameters, okay, all of these that you want. If this is a search that you're going to do regularly, you will have them right here. If you are a mentoring student from BRIA, okay, or from DRIA, you will see your search right here. From the ones from DRIA start with MP, that is for your mentoring program, and you can see them right here. But apart from that, you also have in your account already all the searches that we give you, okay? They start with RFX for REFX. Let's say that you are interested maybe in tire landlords. Just type down right here at the top the keyword for that search, and the system will narrow all the searches that have been registered with that name, okay? Tire landlord in this case for multifamily, condo towns and villa, and single family. If you are only interested maybe in probates and you have saved your searches like here with that name, the system again will narrow the searches that you have with probates, okay? And also the ones, if you are a mentoring student from DRIA, you will see the probates that they gave you as well. Now, let's say that you want to save your own searches, okay? I'm going to save this one just as a test. Again, I need to select all the parameters that I want and also the area on the map if I need to. And I go here to manage search. It will open, and now I just need to click on new. I need to select a name, okay, and a description. Remember that if you want, you can be as specific as you need to. For example, Broward, properties that are less, for example, like this. Broward for sale. Oops. Single family homes, 5,000K, less actually. than this. And again, you just need to copy and paste everything because you need to put a description or, I don't know, add anything else to the description, okay? And save that search. Whenever you go back to the system, the search is going to be right here, okay? If I move on, this is my search, okay? Or this one, actually, the one that we just saved is right here. Let me close this. Sorry, guys, someone is calling me, but I hope you cannot hear that. Give me 1 second, okay? Let me just turn off my phone. I forgot, I really do. That way I cannot even hear myself. Okay, I'm back, so sorry. So now that I have saved those parameters, I can go back anytime. Let's say that you log out or you just clear all the search and you don't remember where were the search parameters that you selected. Now click right here on manage search, and this is the search that you will have. It will be organized by alphabetical order, okay? You just need to select it and load, and the system will bring all the parameters that you have saved. Also the area on the map, it will be right here. Let's wait for this to load, okay? It will be right here. If you want to edit that kind of search, okay, let's say that now you want to add something else, like for example, for pre-foreclosed properties, the file date, or maybe a market value, okay? I want the market value to be greater than this amount. And also I want to add the potential equity. I want the potential equity to be equal or greater 10%, okay? If I want to add this to my already saved search, I go back to manage search, select the same search that I want, and I just override, okay? And I will edit the search, and that's it. The new parameters now are there for whenever I want to use them. Any questions about the search tab that we reviewed today, guys? I have a question right here. I'm trying to find a property. Thank you, Jack. Just 1 second. I'm trying to find a property that is for sale next to one of ours, okay? I'm using the zip code and the street name. What that the property doesn't come up on REFX. Okay, if we want, I can try to find your property. Can you tell me the address, please? If you have the address of that property. I don't know if you have it. If you have the address of the property, you just need to go here on location, write down the address, whatever the address is. Let's say that is, for example, this one, okay? Southwest 47th Street. Type down the address like this, okay? Make sure that the address that you are selecting is on the county, okay? That is something that is not going to work if you select any other county. Select the county where the address is located and click on search, okay? Or I don't know, give me the parameters and we can try to search that property right now. Okay, you only have the street and the zip code. Can you tell me what is the county, please? Wellington, Florida 3345. That is in Palm Beach. Okay. Let me try to go to this. Clear. If you have the specific address, it will be best. Now, let's go to Palm Beach County. Palm Beach County. This is the zip code. And let me type down right here the address. I move on. I will get the address in a minute. Okay. Let me try to find it with only the, maybe this information that you just let me know, okay? So this will locate that location. But again, the system is looking for all the Wine Paint Drive, okay, in Wellington in that zip code. One of these, it should be the address that you need to, okay? One of these. You just need to know the number of the address correctly. So if it's for sale, it should be one of the green ones. We can actually narrow for the properties to be for sale. Yes. Let's see now only the green ones because you told me that it's listed. So I have these two on the system. I don't know if one of those is the one that you are looking for, okay? This is correct, right here. 1306 Wine Pen Drive, and this is the zip code. That is how you can find them, okay? You need to go back here to the search, okay? And now that you have the specific address, you just 1306 space Wine Pen Drive. You can clear everything else, okay? Only the location and the county, and click on search, and that will take you directly to that specific property that you want. And on your results, you can just click on it to go inside the overview, go to the detail view to see the property like this, and that's it. That's how you can find it. You're welcome. Guys, anybody else have a question about this particularly tab that we researched today, the search tab? If you don't, I will let you go. Thank you very much for having me today on this webinar. If you need anything, please contact us. Whenever you are using the system, you can just click right here at the bottom, okay, and open the chat, say hello to us, and ask your question. We can help you through here. If you need to move the chat, just click on these 3 lines and pop up the widget, okay? It will open the chat that you can move it like this and start keep writing to us. Send us an email to riafax@gmail.com. Call us 888-349-5368. Thank you, guys. If you don't have any questions, I will let you go. Have a great day. You can find this video maybe next week on our YouTube channel as well. Thank you all. Bye-bye.